Hello guys, thanks for joining. So let's start inner join. I think we have already covered in the previous video. So let me recap once again with the inner join. So inner join as it is used to fetch data from the multiple table, right? So here we are having a two table, employee table, department table. Even we created the table as well. So it is giving the matching rows from the employee and department table, right? So it return only the rows where the employee dot department and department dot department number which will be matched, right? So whichever data will be matched. So department number 40 operations appear in the in neither. That means we don't have a 40 department in my table, right? So 40 department having a like department table, but we don't have any entry of the 40 department number into a employee table. So that's why this 40 department cannot be get. So it will give only the record which will be having a like matching record, like 20 we do get, 30 we do get, and 10 we do get. But 40 we do not get because we don't have any record in the employee table with the 40 record. So that was a kind of inner join. And always remember that how to write the query. So select, we will do aliasing here. So as actually we do use two table, right? Employee and department. So we are giving employee.e and department.d. So E and D are the kind of short name. So here we are writing e.employee, e.ename, e.job, e.department number. That means this all information will come from the employee only. So that's why we are keeping employee. And after that we do use directly keyword. So inner join, these are the keyword like inner join, left join, right join, they all are the keyword. So we will use the keyword. So from employee inner join department D. So if I will write something with the D, that means they're talking from the department table. So how many columns we had? Let's go through with this table once again. So when we created the table, we were having a like two table, department table and employee table. Department table having a 10, 20, 30 and 40 entries. So department number, department name and location. These are the three information in the department table. And the employee table, we are having employee number, employee name, job, manager, hire date, salary, commission and department number, right? So department table having a three information and department employee table having a 3 plus 3, 6 plus 2, 8 column we have in the employee table. But you can see here in the employee table, we don't have any entry of the 40 department, right? So inner join will not give any entry with the department number 40, right? So even I explained that primary key, foreign key concepts in the previous video as well. So that way it will work. So here it is giving me a select e.employee number, e.employee name, e.job, e.department number, and then d.department number, d.location. So from the department table, we are getting two column, department name and department location. So that's why we are keeping from employee inner join department D. So what it will do, and on is the one of the important part here. Without on, your join will not be performed. So on will say, okay, on which condition we have to perform the join? So e.department number equal to d.department number. That means here we are keeping the column which are same between the both table. So department number are the column which are the same in employee as well as in the department table. So on is play very important role. Without on, that means it is used to perform kind of conditions here, right? If there is no matching information, that means it cannot perform any kind of join operation. Okay, so on the basis of that only it will perform the join. So what it will do, it will give all the matching information from the employee table as well as in the department table. But as we can see, right, we are not getting any information of the department 40. So what the department 40 we have? That operations, right? Accounting, research, sales, we are getting, operations we are not getting. So what we are not getting? Operations. So you can see here with the department name, we are not getting any operation department. We are getting research, sales, accounting, sales. That way it will work. Okay. So this is the inner join will work. Again, next, let me repeat. So first we are doing aliasing here. On the basis of that, we are finding which table, which column we are fetching. So if something will coming with the E, that means we are fetching from the employee table. If something is coming with the D, that means it is coming from the department table, right? On will play very important role. Without on, that join will perform, but that will be Cartesian join. That we will cross join. That we will discuss later on. Without on, your inner join will not be performed perfectly. Okay, your join will be having a lot of issue on them, right? So on will play very important role, and we have to keep them at the end only. Okay, that will use for the playing conditional role. Now let's start with the left join. So left join will say that all the left plus matched right. What does it mean? All matched right. So that means we will having a two table, like left table and right table. So what could be the left table? So here we are taking like employee table and department table. So how this table can know that, I mean how this query can know that which one is the left table and which one is the right table. So that we have to understand with the keyword. So that we are using left join keyword, right? Before left join, whatever we are keeping, that is a left table, and after left join, whatever we are keeping, that is a right table. So that means left join is a keyword that will use to implement the join only, right? So here it is saying that it will give all the record from the employee table and matching record from the department table. So we know that in the department of, as per the employee table, in the department table we are not having a department number 40. So in the employee table we are not having any department number 40, right? So that means it will not give that particular department. So it will give all the data from the employee and the matching data from the department, right? So that's why we are adding select e.ename, e.ename, e.employee number, e.ename, e.jobs, d.dname, d.location. From the employee, left join department D on e.department number equal to d.department number. That is a join condition. That is a join condition that is saying that give me all the information from the employee table and the matching information from the department table, right? So that will give matching information from the department table. So left, all left and matched from the right table. So that's why we are getting employee number, employee name, job, department, department name and location. So I think table creation we have already seen that. Okay, so in the department null where there no match, right? So there is a no match here, so that's why it will give like if there is a no match, that means it will give a null information, right? So it will give all the left plus matched from the right. So for them this query will work, right? Next, understand right join. So it will give all the information of the right table and matched information from the left table, right? So having the same query, only we change the clause. You can see here we were taking the left join and here we are taking the right join, right? So in the left, again left will be the employee table and right will be the department table. So it will say all right and matched left. So all right, that means it will give all the right. So here we can get the department number 40 as well. Department number 40, department name and department location. But what is the matching information the employee do we have? So there we do get the null information. So it's saying all right plus matched left. Whatever the match information from the left, it will give. If there is a no matching information, it will give me a null. Same thing is happening here also. If there is a no matching information on the right, that means it will give a null for them, right? So that way it will work. So here we are saying select e.employee number, name, job, department number, name and location from the employee. So that means employee number, employee name, job and these are taking from the department table, but here department number we are taking from the department table, right? We are taking from the department table, and here we are taking the employee number, employee job, d.dname and d.location. So these are the different type of left and right join. So right join means give all the information from the right and matched information from the left. Now full outer join. Full outer join will say that give me all the record from both of the table. Doesn't mean they are matching or not. If they are not having any entry, give that information also, right? If it is a no information, present the null values. If it is present, like for example, department number 40 we have in the department table, but employee table are not having a 40 department. So it's saying that if there is a no matching information in the other table, give the null value for them. So MySQL does not support full outer join directly. So we don't have any full outer join keyword, like left outer join we are having a keyword, right outer join we are having a keyword. Same like for full outer join we are not having a kind of any keyword in MySQL. So for them we have to use union keyword. So union will be the keyword that will perform that will use to perform the full outer join. So it is saying that select employee number, employee name, department name from the employee, left join department D on e.employee number, e.department number equal to d.department number, union. So here we are writing two different queries. One will be the left join and one will be the right join. So combination of left join and right join, that is come full outer join. So we are not having any full outer join keyword. So we have to use union for them, right? So union, what it will say, it will get all the information from the left table, left join, all the information from the right join. So when do we match both of them, that time it will become a full outer join. So again, remember that full outer join can be used using the union keyword. right? On again will play a very important role. We have to keep always to represent as a condition. Next will be the cross join called Cartesian join, Cartesian product, right? So what it will do here, it will fetch all the record, multiply with the other rows. So for example, in the employee rows, multiply by the department rows. So for example, suppose 4 employees multiply 4 department equal to 16 rows, 11 employees multiply 4 department equal to 44. So now we are understanding in the employee table we are having 11 employees and department number we are having a 4. So that means it will give a 11 multiply 4, that means 44 row, right? So cross join we do use when do we not put any on conditions. Suppose as I already told, right, when do we write the query, select employee name, department name from the employee, cross join department D, and we are not writing any on condition, right? So no on clause needed. When do we perform the cross join? There is no on clause needed for them. So simply it will use the cross join keyword, and alternate syntax we can directly go with the employee E and department D like that way also without using the cross join keyword, right? So better we can go with the keyword because it will having a performance issue as well. So better we can go with the cross join. So select employee name, department name from the employee, cross join department D. Again remember that cross join will give like inner join, left join, right join, that will give only that information which we will having in the table, but it will give that multiplication actually. So it will give me 44 record. Like for example, the previous scenario, either we can get the 11 record or we can get the 4 record as per the query, but here we do get 44 record. So one table will be multiplied the other table record, that means total record will be get 44 rows with full data, right? So that way it will work. So cross join has no on clause, right? So use very carefully, right? So we have to use very carefully. So now let's understand the scenario where the cross join will be used. So that we do use very rare, right? Because it will give a huge data, right? So we do get very, so let's understand the scenario where we can go. So imagine you are building an e-commerce website where you having a 2 table, product table and what I can say like size table. So suppose we are having a product name and product size like t-shirt and shoes, and size we are having a small, medium and large, right? So these are the 2 different table, product table and size table. Now for every product you want to generate all available size, right? So what happened, we are having a one t-shirt. So one t-shirt having a 3 different size, a small, medium, large, right? Again shoes we having a small, medium, large. So for t-shirt I want 3 information and for shoes I want 3 information. So total information will be 6 information. So 2 multiply by 3, 6 information we want. So for that particular scenario we have to perform the cross join, right? So that will be total items will be t-shirt having a size, t-shirt having a size, t-shirt having a size. So t-shirt having a 3 size, a small, medium, large, same like shoes having a small, medium, large. So select p dot product name size from the cross join. So that will be the query for them. So cross join with the size, right? So that way it will work. Now let's understand the self join. Self join always perform operation with the table itself. It will perform the single table. That means if you want to perform the self join, that time we do not want a 2 table, only single table itself is enough. So when do we perform the self join? So as we know, right, in the table we are having a 2 column. Let me repeat once again the table. So in the table we are having a 2 column, employee number and manager, like that. So for every employee we are having a manager, right? So like for example 7839 there is no manager, 7566 there is a 1 manager, 7698 there is a 1 manager. So that means I need to know some kind of scenario where I need to know like who is the manager of which employee, right? Who is the manager of which employee. So in this case what do? We do perform the self join, right? So let's understand the scenario once again. Yeah. So self join. So we are having employee Smith having a manager ID this, Alan having a this manager ID, right? John's having a this manager. So that means every employee having a their own respective manager. So what we want the specific employee with the manager. Like for example, we want employee number with the employee name and with the manager name, right? So what is the query? Find each employee's manager name by joining employee to itself, right? So we want to know who is a manager of employee, of every employee. Like for example, one employee having who is a manager, for this employee who is a manager, for this employee who is a manager. So this time we have to definitely go with the self join. So how to perform the self join? Select e.employee number, e.employee name as employee, m.e names as manager. So that means here we are aliasing with the single table only, right? One is as an employee and one is as a manager, and they all are the employee number, employee name and employee name. They are coming from the employee table only. So employee table itself we are aliasing by the two. One is an employee and second one is a manager. From employee left join employee m on e.manager equal to m.employee number, order by e.employee number. Again here also we have to use the left join. So left join will play very important role to perform the self join operation, right? So self join we can use through the left join only, or we can use through the right join also, depending on the scenario. Not like always will the, but we don't have any kind of self join keyword. So either we can use left join or we can use right join. So that way it will work. E.employee number, e.name as an employee and m.employee as a manager. And here we are putting on e.em manager equal to m.employee number. So E is playing like an employee part and M is playing like a manager part. Again, they are the same table only. They are not a different table. So what we can get this record, employee information with the manager. So these are the queries that you can run in your MySQL workbench. Okay. So self join means again it is representing that it is getting data from the, that's why it is called self. Self means single table. We want to join the single table data, right? Directly we cannot get because we don't have a any specific kind of information for the manager name. So manager, again manager will be the employee name only. So employee name we are repeating twice. One is for the employee and one is for the manager, right? So that way we do use the self join. Next we are the practice questions. So test yourself. So these are the query. You can try these queries, like list all the employees with their department name and location, right? List all the employees with their department name and location. Left join, show all the employees their department name including the employee with the no department. Then right join queries, full outer join, cross join and left outer join. Okay, so I am showing the queries for them. So this is a query for them and that is a query for them. You can practice them as well, and the next video we do see the practice session for this all the join operation, for join operation. So in this video that's that much only guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.